Welcome to Mindful Moments. I'm JG Larochette. I'm the founder and director of Mindful Life Project. We are so excited and honored to be launching Mindful Life Project channel here on YouTube as a way for us to deepen our practice, to grow our community, and to find ways to express what mindfulness is, what it does, and how to make it relevant and engaging. I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to share kind of how mindfulness has launched me into my life and why I feel so strongly about the practice. I can remember as far back as I can pretty much remember as a kid, always kind of wanting life to be different than what it is, right? That when I was 7, I wanted to be 12, or when I was 12, I wanted to be 21, and so on and so forth. And this kind of waiting is a state of mind, and how it really took me away from being present. And then on top of that, I started having difficulty with strong emotions or challenging experiences where it felt like everything but be present with it was the right thing to do. And if we think about the snowball and how when you start with a little snowball and it starts rolling down the hill, you know, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, more snow gets on it until the point that it gets out of control and crashes. And so that's kind of how it worked for me. I avoided, neglected, tried to do everything I could but to be present with my emotional suffering, and it ran out of control. And so mindfulness has really created something in me that tunes back into just awareness. Being able to see and experience and notice how things are without attaching to them and feeling like they're overtaking me. So if a strong emotion arises in me, I'm able to see it through compassion and really understand that that emotion is not the problem. That all emotions are welcome and that I experience them all with that same welcoming feel. And that's transformed my life, right? And that the discipline of doing mindful sits is like Steph Curry shooting 3-pointers at practice until he gets them right over and over and over again. That the more I sit, the more I'm able to practice mindfulness and stillness, the stronger my muscle, my mental muscle is, the stronger my mind is. So for the last 3 years, I've been practicing every day without any stopping, right? That every day I have to at least find 10 minutes. Ideally, it's 30 minutes of practice, 45 minutes of practice. And that when those emotions, those experiences in life feel overwhelming, that's when I need to really invest in myself and sit more. So thank you for joining me today. Let's get our mindful position on. So I got my feet on the floor, my spine in a line, my hands in my lap, and my heart to the sky. And now let's all close our eyes. And just focus on the body as we start. Notice how your body feels in the chair or on the floor. You feel the weight. Notice your feet touching the floor. And notice where your hands are and the temperature, or any tingling you feel at your hands. It takes courage to be with oneself. And as we sit here and we practice mindfulness, remember that mindfulness is one wing of the bird of the practice. And the other wing would be kindness or compassion. We know that the mind likes to be critical or judgmental, and we just bring a kind attention, a soft attention. Now focus on sounds around you. The stronger sounds and the softer ones, and everything in between. Start making mental notes, naming the sounds without having a story behind them. So you might hear cars, machines, sounds inside the room. We just notice sounds, notice as they drift away, then hear the next sound. Once we start noticing that we have an opinion about the sound, or we have a story that goes with the sound, we'll just gently bring our attention back to the next sound we hear. We're just really practicing noticing and observing without any need to decide if it's wrong or right. Mindfulness is being here now in the present moment without judgment. Over and over and over again. Shift your attention from sounds to your mindful breathing. Find the anchor spot. That's the spot in your body where you feel the breath the strongest. First check to see if it's your stomach. With the inhale and exhale, the rise and the fall. Or the chest, expansion growing bigger, and contraction as you breathe out. Or even right at your nose. Is it the cooler air going in, the warmer air going out? Pick the anchor, the place where you can find the breath the strongest, and keep your attention there. Inevitably, the mind will start thinking. We just notice the thoughts, catch them as early as possible, and bring the attention back to the breath. That anchor spot. Just like a ship needs an anchor to stay in one place, our breath is always there and ground us back here now, in the present moment. If focusing on the breath is still challenging, introduce the anchor words, simply breathing in on the inhale and breathing out on the exhale. So focusing where you feel the breath in your body, and then naming the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, and looking at the space in between, and focusing on every aspect of the breath. The beginning, the inhale to the pause, the space in between, the beginning of the exhale, and the end of the exhale, and then the pause before the new breath. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, just be here now. The future hasn't come yet, the past is over. All we have is the here and now. Breathing in, breathing out. Now gently allow your fingers and toes to move and shut your eyes open. And that was your mindful moment. You've improved your mind's ability to be present. See you next time.